Alrighty, we are over here now, and for those of you on YouTube, welcome back to another video. I will be doing a Pokemon card opening. And if you're probably wondering why I'm still wearing the same shirt as I did a couple of days ago when I streamed Pokemon, it's because it was literally like 3 minutes ago. Calm down. Alrighty, so I have this pack which has 50 Pokemon cards, but like I said before, I'm probably going to only do about maybe 20, 25, 30. I'm just going to grab like what looks like half and just do that, and then I'll save the other half for another time. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. There's like a sticker on it basically saying that this is a 50 card pack. I got this from Amazon a while back. I don't remember when. I got it when I ordered... I actually don't know what I ordered with it, but it was like $5 for 50 cards or something like that, and I figured that's a steal. This was a while back too. I don't know if it's still like $5. Alright, so I'm getting it out of the bag, and I'm probably going to take about maybe half of these. It looks to be about half, right? No, it's a little less than half. Okay, so I grabbed a little bit more. That looks to be about half. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this other set back in the bag, if I can fit it back in there, and I'll put it away somewhere for the near future. Actually, some of these cards are upside down. I don't like that. Let me see if I can flip them all around. So, alright, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and sorry, I'm trying to like juggle all this. Alright, so let me put these back in the bag. And some of these cards were like I'm trying to keep them upside down, but some of them are right side up in the deck, and I was like trying to like see if I could flip them all over without seeing them. Alright, so I grabbed about what looks to be about 20 to 25 cards, and I'm gonna do what I always do with these where I just show it up on the webcam. And these are not the Japanese cards that I was talking about in the game earlier. I do have those in the closet. I do want to open those soon. I'm gonna get through these 50. Well, I'm gonna get through the 20, 25 here, and then I'll do the remainder sometime in the future. And then I'll do the Japanese Pokemon cards. So, alright, so the first card that I got here is... That is a Graveler. Ooh, a Graveler, alright. He's numbered 75. Oh, and for those of you that are on the Discord, I have finally been updating the card list on Discord. And for the Pokemon, I have them in order by number. So, like Graveler's number 75. He has Tackle and Boulder Crush. And I'm assuming it's like the Pokedex entry. It says, it travels by rolling down cliffs. If it falls into a river, it will explode with its last gasp. That is dark. It will explode with its last gasp. This poor Graveler has it bad. That is dark. That's a Graveler. That's the Graveler, though. He is, I've also been putting down, like, the Pokemon entry. Like, this is 136 out of 264 from whatever deck this came from. This came out in 2021, so this card pack that I bought wasn't that long ago. It can't have been that long ago. Alright, so that's a Graveler. I've also been putting all the holographics, I call it holographic, foil cards, I guess is what they call them. I've been putting those in, like, a separate sleeve. Just like these that I have right here. So this can hold Pokemon cards. I've been putting them in their own little... Is this upside down? Yeah, so kind of like that. I put them in there. So they have their own little special spot. And I actually bought a binder, and the binder's way over there. I'll have to bring it next time. Next card is... Anyway, the binder is where I'm putting both my Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards. So... Alright, next card is... That is another Magikarp. This is my third Magikarp, but this one looks different from the other ones that I have. We were... Oh man, I was just using Magikarp all day today on here. He has a move called Flail. He's number 129 on the Pokedex. His move is Flail. The attack does 10 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. And the Pokedex entry says, it is virtually worthless in terms of both power and speed. It is the most weak and pathetic Pokemon in the world. That is, oh my god. He is not pathetic. Do you not realize what he turns into? I mean, as a Pokemon itself, I guess he is. But on my playthrough, he killed a level 16 Raticate, so that's not worthless. I mean, he only has 30 HP, I'll get, but still. Still, he turns into a Gyarados, and he no longer becomes weak or pathetic. He becomes badass. Next card is Drowsy. He is number 96. He has Pound and Confused Ray, which your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. I wonder how they do confusion in the Pokemon games. Pokemon card games. I've never played a Pokemon card game before. I've never looked anything up about it either. All I know is that you put you put like these energy cards on your Pokemon and that's how they can attack. Like Pound has 1 white energy and Confused Ray has 2 purple psychic energies. I know you kind of do that and that's how you use your moves, but that's about it. I don't know anything else about the games. I want to change that soon. Hey, there is a trading card game on Game Boy I would love to play at some point. And I don't know if that plays like the real Pokemon game. I'm assuming it does because it's made from the same people. But I'll have to do that one day and I'll figure out the meta and everything about this and maybe I'll understand what I'm looking at. Like I just know that these look cool and I know that these are moves. But I have no idea how the game is played. So I could be looking at a really badass Drowsy here. Or it could just be an average one, who knows. The Pokedex entry says, a descendant of the legendary animal Baku, which is said to eat dreams, it is skilled at hypnotism. I remember Drowsy has like Hypnosis and then Dream Eater, and Dream Eater was really powerful. So, he ends up being a really good Pokemon when he evolves to a Hypno. And I don't know, I recall saying that I chose Vulpix over Drowsy in the game that I'm playing through now. I'll think about it. I don't even know where Drowsy shows up in Pokemon Blue, so I think I picked Vulpix because I think she shows up sooner, and Drowsy probably doesn't show up till later. Next is Coughing, and he looks like he's gonna explode. He is number 109 on the Pokedex, and he has Foul Gas. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Wow, that's... So if it's heads, he's poisoned. If it's tails, he's confused. So either way, he's gonna have something wrong with him. But it only does 10 damage, so... Its thin, balloon-like body is inflated by horrible toxic gases. It reeks when it is nearby. So that's a Coughing. We saw one earlier. Alright. Next Pokemon card is... Pinecco? I think I remember this guy from Pokemon Silver. I might be wrong. Or maybe I've seen him somewhere before. Pinecco. He is number 204 in the Pokedex, so he is Pokemon Silver. Alright. He has Ram, which does 10, and he has Iron Defense. Flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. Okay, so you can basically make yourself invincible. So he's a good, like, stall tactic, I guess. Not really sure. Oh man, I dropped a bunch of frames again. Damn it. It sticks tree bark to itself with its saliva, making itself thicker and larger. Elderly Pinecco are ridiculously huge. Oh man, I hope you didn't miss any of the Pokemon that I picked up earlier. Just in case y'all did, let me just kind of do a rundown. I hate this internet so much. Coughing, Drowsy, Magikarp, and Graveler. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk to them about this. It's probably gonna be a few days before I stream again, but that's okay as long as I can get the internet fixed. I definitely want compensation for that because I don't want to pay for something that only half works. All right. Next Pokemon is Mudbray. This is number 749, so he's much later. It works! Your land works! Awesome! Are you on your computer right now? Are you on your computer right now? Okay, so Mudbray, he has ram, which does 10, and he has rear kick, which does 60. That sounds like a lot. Oh, you're not on your computer? Well, I hope you can get your internet to work on your computer so that way you can stream again. You just wanted to test it? Hope to see another Ryan stream too. So Mudbray. Loads weighing up to 50 times as much as its own body weight pose no issue for this Pokemon. It is skilled at making use of mud. 50 times its body weight. It can move 50 times its body weight. That's badass. It's a donkey. Donkey. Yeah, and if it can reach, yeah. I hope so. I have officially dropped 10,783 frames this stream. That is sad. And that's not even including the before when I had to restart the stream. That was like another 5,000 right there. Man, what a day. What a day. We're gonna change all that really soon. But that also means it's probably gonna be a few days until I stream. If I am gonna switch providers, I'm gonna have to get all that set up. But just bear with me. I'm sorry about that. It's not much I can do at this point. But I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Next Pokemon is, that's another one I don't recognize, Indeedee. It's number 876, so it's even later. I wonder if that's Sword and Shield. Indeedee, though. Call for family. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck, and then it has Heart Sign, which does 80. I don't know if that's a lot. Oh my god, yes, that's a lot of frames I'm dropping. And it's like, it goes away for a little bit, and then it comes back, and it's fine. When I watch YouTube... Okay, so a little story. When Indeedee is from Gen 8. Gen 8, let me see if I can get this. Gen 8 is... Sword and Shield. Yes, because Scarlet and Violet's Gen 9, I remember that. And Sword and Shield came out before, like, right before. So this is from the Pokemon game no one liked. So no one likes Indeedee, right? They diligently serve people and Pokemon so they can gather feelings of gratitude. The females are particularly good at babysitting. And I think I'm gonna see if I call this, but like the color of the Pokemon on the cards represents their type. So this is Psychic, and this is Fighting, Ground. And, oh, you know what else it says on the top right? Like there's a purple and there's a... Okay, it's Fighting. It's Fighting. Never mind. I thought I stumbled upon Genius, and it's just like, no, it's on the top right. Never mind. But that's cool that the Pokemon card color is based off of their type. Because I saw it was purple, and I was like, is that Psychic? Alright, next card is... Phalanx? Phalanx. This is 870, so it's also Sword and Shield. It's a fighting type, and it has Invade, which does 30 damage. The 6 of them work together as one Pokemon. Teamwork is also their battle strategy, and they constantly change their formation as they fight. That actually looks really cool. I like that. Very simple. Only one move, and that's pretty much it. Very basic Pokemon. Alright, next one is... Morpeko. Oh, this looks different. It has like single strike on the top right. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm starting to figure out how this webcam works. Up here, it says single strike. This is number 877, so it's another short and sealed Pokemon. Explosive Discontent, which does 30x damage. This attack does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. What does that mean, damage counter? Hunger hormones affect its temperament. Until its hunger is appeased, it gets up to all manners of evil deeds. So if it's hungry, it's bad. It's bad to the bone. Alright, cool. So, alright, stream's doing fine right now. I'm almost hitting 3 hours, but... Well, at least on Twitch. It's almost been 3 hours. But I'm doing okay. I was just exhausted from the game after Mountain Moon and dealing with these internet problems. Alright, next is... Oh, this one's... Oh, I know Smeargle! I know Smeargle. He's from he's from Pokemon Silver. He's the one that has like the paint tail. Number 235. Sketching Trash. Put up 2 Fusion Strike Trainer cards from your discard pile into your hand. And then Tail Whap, not Whip. Whap. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's Tail Whap. It does 80 damage. It's not Whip, it's Whap with an A. It draws symbols with the fluid that oozes from the tip of its tail. Depending on the symbol, Smeargle fanatics will pay big money for them. Well, he does painting. You know, I love art. If there was any Pokemon I would have, I mean, there's a few Pokemon I would have in real life, but Smeargle would definitely be one of them. He would be my personal artist because I love paints. I love painting. I love painting. I love painting. I love paintings. I love going to see paintings. And paintings. I love going to see painters painting. Alright. And going to an art museum and seeing paintings are really cool. It's just one of my favorite things to do. Alright, next Pokemon is Sliggoo. This is a number 705, so it's probably the gen before Sword and Shield, which is not X and Y. It's the one between them. Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon. Alright. He has Melt, which does 20, and then he has Body Slam, which does 50. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. The lump on its back contains its tiny brain. It thinks only of food and escapes its enemies. So it's like Ed. He likes buttered toast and gravy. Alright. Next one is Dreadnought. He's number 834, so he's Sword and Shield. Hard Bite, which does 80 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 50 more damage. Holy cow, that is strong. He's probably a starter. He's probably the water starter for Sun and Moon, or Sword and Shield. Well, not Dreadnought, but it says that it shows that little one, Chuti. I guess he's the water starter for Gen 8. This Pokemon rapidly extends its retractable neck to sink its large fangs into distant enemies and take them down. So there you go, Dreadnought. Alright, so I'm getting Pokemon I don't really recognize, but they all look cool. Alright, next one is Whismur! Do I know this one? I don't think I do. Number 293, is that Silver? It might be Silver or Ruby and Sapphire. I don't remember this one. I'm going to assume it's Ruby and Sapphire. I don't think I know this one. Whismur. It doesn't look familiar to me, but I saw the 293 and I thought if he was in Pokemon Silver, but I think he might be the one after, and that's when I stopped, so I don't recognize this one as much. Continuous Tumble, 40x. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 40 damage for each head. Wow, this can be OP. If you keep flipping heads, that can be OP. You flip a coin until you get tails. And it does 40 damage for each head. I'm assuming that's a lot of damage. If it senses danger, it scares the foe by crying out with the volume of a jet engine plane. Wow, so he's loud. Excuse me. So he's loud and he's OP. Alright, next Pokemon. Starting to get down the pile here. We're almost done. Execute is one of the Gen 1s. And he only has Seed Bomb, which does 10. And 6 of them form a single Pokemon. Should one of the 6 be lost, the next morning there will once more be 6. I didn't even know that. I kind of figured, I thought they were all individual Pokemon, but there's always that one that's like cracked. I can get the reflection. Yeah, that one at the top to the left a little is the cracked one. There you go, that's a good view of it. Execute. That's cute. If I can get an Exeggutor, that would be awesome. Alright, next Pokemon is... I don't know this one. Oh no, Woobat! I think I have a Woobat. I think I have another variant of Woobat. This is 527, so it's black and white. I think I do have another variant of Woobat. Unamplified Sound Wave. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. If you have any cards in your hand, this attack does nothing. Oh, so you have to have no card in your hand for this Pokemon to even be useful. Because you can't use this attack if you have any cards in your hand. Alright. While inside a cave, if you look up and see lots of heart-shaped marks lining the walls, it's evidence that Woobat lives there. That's pretty cool. So, a little bit of habitat Pokedex entry there. All right, next card is a Beldum, number 374. So this is probably either Ruby or Sapphire or Diamond and Pearl. So it's either Gen 3 or Gen 4. Call for family. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. Okay. Ram, which does 20 damage. If you anger it, it will do more than Rampage. It will also burst out strong magnetism, causing nearby machines to break. Okay, so keep your devices away from this thing. It'll break your phones and PlayStation consoles. Alright. Next card is a Blitzy. He's a number 522, so he's X and Y maybe. Zap Kick for 20 damage. Its main shines when it discharges electricity. They use the frequency and rhythm of these flashes to communicate. So Blitzy, another basic Pokemon card. Not a lot of attacks to it, just that one. Alright, next card is a Cramorant. Cramorant? It's number 845, so it's a Sword and Shield Pokemon. Continuous Gulp Missile for 60x. Discard any number of Arrokuda from your bench. This attack does 60 damage for each Arrokuda you discard in this way. So have your Arrokuda in your hand if you have this Pokemon. Cramorant's Gluttony led it to try to swallow an Arrokuda whole, which in turn led to Cramorant getting an Arrokuda stuck in its throat. Oh, so I guess Arrokuda is another Pokemon. Alright. We are down to about, I would say, single digits now in cards. I think I'd definitely grab more than 25, but that's okay. Next card is, oh, this one looks cool. Oh, Sableye! I recognize this one, I think. It looks familiar. If he's not in Pokemon Silver, he does look familiar though. I have seen this Pokemon before. He looks cool. Filch, you draw a card. And then Torment, which does 30. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use that attack. So it's basically like Disable. This Pokemon is feared. When its gemstone eyes begin to glow with a sinister shine, it's believed that Sableye will steal people's spirits away. Wow. I don't know if he's in Pokemon Silver or not. He's probably maybe, but I do recognize him. If he's not in the games, then he's a very recognizable Pokemon. That looks cool. I like that card. Alright, next card is a Stunfisk. This is a number 618, so it's probably an X and Y. He has a special ability though. That's different. Oh, it says Galarian Stunfisk. There's a Galarian like on that little lettering right next to Stunfisk. I wonder what that means. Oops. I wonder if it's like the Alolan where they have different like stat type or it's different typings. Like there was the Alolan Vulpix, which was ice. I've heard of Galarian, which I think is kind of like that. So I have a variant of a Stunfisk. All right, but he has a counterattack. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. What does that mean? Grip and Squeeze, 90. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Wow, so not only do you do 90 damage, you can't get him to leave. Living in mud with a high iron content has given it a strong steel body, so I have a variant of Stunfisk. Galarian is Gen 8 remix of another Mon. Yeah, so it's basically like the Alolan, right? I think it's cool that they do that. So like your Digletts look different, your Vulpixes look different. It adds different strategy to the game. It's like, oh hey, I'm about to throw out a Vulpix. Awesome, let's hit him with water. And it turns out it's ice, and it's like, oh, that's different. All right, next. Oh god, I know nothing about ice. I'm gonna have to look that up, or I want to figure it out the normal way. All right, next Pokemon is a Grass Energy. I actually don't have Grass Energy. All right, I have Grass Energy. Put that aside. Next Pokemon card is okay. I guess there's just gonna be energies from here on out. Fighting Energy. gonna put these over here. I've been putting them like in a stockpile because I do have a few energy cards. I noticed the energy cards do look different, so I wonder if there's like different years to them and if they have like different abilities, or maybe some are more rare than others. All right, next one is fire energy. I guess that's fire energy. I don't recognize that symbol. Or what if that's fairy? Fairy? I don't know. You'll have to let me know. I know nothing. Alright, what energy is this? Oh, that's probably dark. It's probably dark energy. Alright, I got 2 cards left. Are they both energy cards? Let's find out. This is a psychic energy. I've seen this one before. But I have a psychic energy. I guess I have one of each kind. And I kind of... And maybe they were in the middle. And I just grabbed through them. So these last cards are probably energy cards. Oh no, this is not an energy card. Okay. I guess that's all the energy cards. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But my last card is a Kufant. It looks like an elephant. And it's number 878, so it's Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. He has Rollout, which does 10 damage, and then he has High Horsepower, which does 80. This Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself, so it's like Double Edge, where it's a strong attack, but it hurts you too when you use it. Those attacks are good when you have a Pokemon that has a lot of HP. In those games, I do tend to use those kinds of attacks in late game Pokemon. At least Pokemon Silver, I use Double Edge a lot. It's just powerful, and you can deal with the recoil if you have enough HP. It's not a problem. If a job requires serious strength, this Pokemon will excel at it. Its copper body tarnishes in the rain, turning it a vibrant green color. That's my last one. So, alright, cool. Got some good Pokemon cards there. I will, at some point when I have the energy to, I need to eat food and probably go to sleep soon. I'm getting exhausted. I had a long day at work, and then the whole internet issue with Mount Moon just really knocked me out. And then I'm going to have to deal with the internet issue, so it's probably going to be a little bit until I stream again. But I'm going to get it fixed, we're going to get it figured out, and I'm going to start with... I keep saying I'm not going to give them a chance. I'm going to start with getting new equipment from them. I'm going to tell them that the modem and router, I think they're going bad and I need to get them replaced. I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to put new equipment in first, and we're going to see how that works. If that doesn't work, then I'm switching to a new provider. Because if it's not the equipment, it's on them. It's on them. So, I've had this equipment for a little bit of time. I think it might be time to replace them. But if that doesn't work, it's on them. And yeah, so anyways... You should also get a gaming router. It is, yeah. It's just a regular router that comes with the provider. But at the same time, it's just me. So I don't need an MIMO because, well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have one of those. But the thing is, like before, both the modem and the router worked. I didn't have any issues with them. I only started having issues like these past 2 weeks. It's a possibility they're both starting to die on me. I've had them both for a while, so you got every so often you got to replace your mouters and rodems, your routers and modems. Every so often you got to replace them. They don't last that long. They're constantly on unless you unplug them. They're constantly on and they're constantly going. So they do get old after a while. So I think that I'm hoping that might be the problem. So I'm gonna let them know that I need new equipment. Because I can get free replacements as long as I'm with them. So I'm gonna see if that's the issue. I'm gonna get them plugged in. It's probably gonna take a few days, so I'm gonna take a few days to get that figured out because I don't want to have to deal with this again because it looks bad. Not just for here, but when I upload it on YouTube, because YouTube is gonna have to see it and they're gonna be like, wow, if he can stream, so can I. Which I want to, you know, everyone can stream. But alrighty. Some people use that. We used to use that at the old house. I used to have a MIMO router and it worked, but the modem we had was really bad and the provider they had wouldn't supply free modems, so we were kind of stuck with that. My mom has that router and it's been really good for her. She can keep it because more people live over there. And she has a PS5. Where's my PS5? All right, so anyways, thank y'all so much for stopping by. It is much appreciated. So again, like I mentioned, it's gonna be some time before I stream again. I'm gonna get this scenario fixed up right quick. Let us see who is online at the moment, and we will send a raid over to them. Thank y'all so much. I've been having a blast with Pokemon, but my next stream is going to be more Pokemon Blue. Maybe, if I'm in the mood for it by the time I get back. Otherwise, I'll probably play more. I'll probably just play more Final Doom. I haven't played that in a while, and I've been wanting to play some Doom. So, raid target? Yes, I am currently looking to see who to raid. Who has not streamed for that long? Dan posted that he was streaming. Is Lee streaming? It doesn't say he's streaming on my end. Eckerd's streaming, I know that. He's playing Crystal Chronicles. Oh! That's what you're talking about. He's streaming with Lee. They're both playing Crystal Chronicles. That's right. They mentioned that in the Discord. I wanted to watch some of that. So we're going to go ahead and send a raid over to Eckerd. He is playing some Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles with Lee at the moment. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and send a raid over to that. Thank y'all so much for being here. And sorry for all the technical issues. I'm going to get it taken care of. Which is gonna, again, it's gonna take a few days because they're gonna have to shift the new equipment over. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and we're gonna get that taken care of. And if that works, then boom, I'm good to go. Otherwise, again, it's on them and I can't control that. So I can control who my provider is up until a certain degree. I live in an apartment, but I just need to take care of it. It was so frustrating, and I hate to subject y'all through that. So we're going to go ahead and send a raid over to Eckerd. If you are not following Eckerd yet, he plays a lot of RPGs. He has been going through Final Fantasy, but he plays a bunch of other RPGs like Phantasy Star and others. He's playing Crystal Chronicles right now, so when you can, please give him a follow. He is an awesome streamer. I love watching his stuff, and I know you will too. So take care, everybody, and have yourselves a good one.